Hey everybody, Ben Johnson here, your instructor. Welcome to week 11. This week we're going to tackle investing in real estate. You're going to actually pick out my retirement funds for my 401k and 457, and then I'm going to have you all write your own personal investing philosophy. Should be a much easier week. We're a bit ahead, so I dialed back some of the work. So if you're overwhelmed, good news. Should be much easier this week. So along with that, I'm making the spending tracker optional as of this week. I hope that most of you will continue to do that, or all of you really. I would say that you either need to do this, some kind of a spending tracker, naturally be a cheapskate like I am. I just don't have a problem spending money, so using a spending tracker is not as important for somebody like me. Or else you can just start paying yourself first, which is the other technique that my wife and I use. We can really spend what's left over because we fund our retirement accounts so heavily from our paychecks that we don't really need to track our spending all of that much because we're already contributing 70% of our salary to our retirement funds. So I'd say those are the three things that I would look at with your spending tracker. For most people, I would say it's necessary to do this, or else risk being broke as a joke later in life. Just to summarize some of the things that I've been grading, hopefully by now most of you realize that fees are really important when it comes to investing. It's really the only thing that you can control is having low fees. And so that largely means making sure that you're using index funds. I think that most of you understand that, but I did have a few people still submitting actively managed funds with higher fees. If you choose a target date fund, that's great, but you do still need to check to see that that's an index-based target date fund with low fees of like around 0.1. I saw some people picking actively managed target date funds that had fees closer to 1% rather than 0.1, which is a big difference, even though I know those numbers are very teeny tiny. And then if you can do it yourself, use a target date fund, use a robo-advisor. That's going to be a lot less expensive than using a human advisor. If you need to use a human advisor or robo-advisor, know that Vanguard has the lowest fee options for those. If you want to get second opinions, I think bogleheads.org is the best place to do that. You're going to get unbiased second opinions, or at least non-conflicted opinions. Most of you wrote about that. I've got at least one person in the class that's already using it, which is exciting. I give this site credit for making me a millionaire for whatever that's worth. And then I wanted to talk about the advantage of using a Roth IRA over a Roth 401k. Remember, on your 401k, you always want to get the company match, period. But after that, you might want to look at any extra money going into your Roth IRA first. Why is that? Well, this I stands for individual retirement account, and that individual retirement account means that you can pick Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab. You can pick a low-fee brokerage, plus you can pick low-fee index funds. When you're using your employer's 401k, they're going to decide for you which brokerage they're using, and they're going to pick the funds that are available for you to select from. And in some cases, those can be higher than what you can just do on your own with your Roth IRA. So that was the correct answer to that question. Get your match here, and then probably consider your Roth IRA because you can pick the low fee brokerage, low fee funds. After you max that out, then move back and finish maxing out your company's 401k. So let's take a look at what we're going to do this week and next. In fact, we'll show that on the next slide, so just bear with me for a second. But we're going to talk about investing in real estate a lot for the first half of the week. The easy way to do it is indirectly, which is with something called a REIT, which means you own stocks in property, but you have nothing to do with the management of them, and it's super easy. It may not be as lucrative. The much harder way to invest in real estate is to buy properties directly yourself and become a landlord. And obviously that's a much harder job. Sometimes being a landlord can be a a full-time job if you get bad tenants or you have lots of problems with the rental property that you purchase. So just know that while you can make a lot of money buying rental properties and being a landlord, it is much riskier and much more work. So let's look at what we're doing next week. Due Thursday, this plan for the week. You're watching that right now. And then I'll have you watch a 2 cents video on indirect investing with REITs. And then I'll have you watch a video from my friend Rich McCormick on direct investing in real estate and how he's done that. So those are the two broad categories. Should be pretty easy. This should be 30 minutes altogether. And then notice there's no spending tracker. Yay, I'm sure many of you are cheering right now to hear that. Although I would love to see that you keep doing that personally. Due Sunday, I'm going to have you look at the 401k that I have available for my work and my 457, which is pretty cool that I can max both of these out. Being age 50, I can actually put about 30,000 into each of these, which I'm doing. One of the questions is going to be the advantage of a 457. And so if you go to work with an employer that offers a 457, usually a federal or government employer, sometimes nonprofit, hospital, police, firemen, teachers, university, this 457 is designed for you to be able to take money as soon as you leave that employer. So I'll be retiring early from teaching. That means that I can start using that money as soon as I leave my teaching job without penalty. So it's a really sweet option if you ever get a job and you're trying to choose between them. The 457 is usually more appealing because you can access it without penalty as soon as you leave. Then I'm going to have you all write your own personal investing policy. If you retire with a comfortable retirement, it's probably going to be because of investing in the stock market, which you've been learning about the last month or so. And so I'm hoping that you've got a pretty good handle on it and that you'll be able to write your own personal investing policy, print a hard copy of that, tack it up on your corkboard at home somewhere next to your computer so that you can revisit it from time to time. I just want to end by asking if you have any questions about investing so far. And then also just thanking you all for the effort that you've put into the class. If you got behind on some of the past assignments, like I noticed a few people did not do the Pick Your Roth IRA assignment, this would be a good week to go back and do that assignment. Super important, and I can still work on getting you some credit for that. So let me know if you need me to reopen up any of those old past assignments. Thanks for your hard work. Have a great week. And next week we'll wrap up investing and you'll have a little quiz over that. So then we'll move on to our last few topics, mostly insurance. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.